What's up, guys? You are on the air and off the books, and today we will be getting nose jobs.
What?
Welcome to our podcast. Just kidding, guys. We are talking about Bookopoly, of course, because there's been a turn of events, and Trish is no longer in first place.
Dun, dun, dun.
Did I receive death threats?
Probably.
I think I received a few.
This was a joke.
Doug did check on me one day, though. He saw Trisha hovering around me, and he said, "Are you okay?
Blink twice, Samantha, if you need some help."
And I said, "No, help."
help.
No, but unfortunately, Samantha, myself, landed on free parking and just banked all the points, like 3,500.
Got all the points back, got everyone else's points back.
Yeah, you're in the lead again.
Yeah, I rolled, I think, 5 times that round?
Yeah, you rolled, lost points, rolled again, lost points, rolled, landed on free parking, got all of the points, rolled again, and finally got a prompt.
What was your prompt?
Yeah, I did. I put all those points on the sticky note, and I said, "Dang it," and then I took them back.
Oh, darn, I'm in the lead.
My prompt that time was to reread a book. And so I reread. Is that a word? Reread?
Yes.
Yeah, it just sounds
doesn't
kinda...
sound right.
Well, you say it 15 times,
I'm
it's
just
probably not going to resonate.
admiring this moose on Ben's background. Anyway.
It's such a majestic moose.
It is. I want to brush it.
You know what bothers me, though, is that moose is plural and it's just singular. So moose is
It should
moose.
be mice. Like multiple mice.
No, it should be meese.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
we
meese.
have mice, multiple mice, and they're the little
Isn't
guys.
it meese? No.
No! Oh, no!
We're going to edit that one out.
No, you were going to keep that one in.
So, yeah, anyway.
So what did you reread?
Sorry. This is just how the podcast goes sometimes. I reread The Summer I Turned Pretty. It was just the right amount of pages. I think it was 272.
Oh, that's
so I was
nice.
yes.
That's the sweet spot.
I think I read it when I was 12. And so I watched all the shows on Amazon Prime, which is the greatest show ever. Just FYI, the new season is coming out in summer.
Brittany and I looked at each other and said, that's debatable.
It just hit me right in my little 12-year-old feels.
Oh, Lord.
So I read it.
You've been a romance person from the beginning, from the jump.
I used to be strictly beach romance, and that was it. I don't know how much more specific you can get. Beach romance.
It's not on a beach. I don't want it.
And then I got even more specific at one period. I'm summer camp romance. But teen. And then it was beach romance, but in a small town. The town can't be too big.
And then somehow you moved on to serial killers. And
Yeah. It just progressed.
She just fell off a cliff and it kept going.
Yeah.
And then we don't know where she's at now. She's just everywhere.
I said it can't get worse than this, and then it progressively
don't
got
say
a
that.
lot worse. But it's fine, because if you like books about that, you can just ask me and I'll give you
Recommendations.
all the recommendations.
It was meant to be.
Yeah.
What's your prompt, Brittany?
read a debut novel.
We had a debate about that today.
That's my prompt too now.
I've been stuck on that one for a while because I just don't feel like reading actual books right now.
Yeah. You're a fanfic girly, huh?
I've been deep in the fanfiction hole for most of my life.
I recently found that. It's really hard to get out of.
I don't think I've ever read.
Once you go there, you find all these things that you really wanted and you didn't know you wanted. And then,
And it's oh, but I can have this again, but written differently. Oh,
Yeah.
I can have this again, but written differently. Oh, I can have this again, but written differently.
Have you read Manacled? I want to read Manacled, but I'm scared.
Is that the Harry Potter fanfic that everybody loves?
It's the romance between Hermione
it's the
and
Hermione
Draco.
romance.
Yeah.
Jesse's read it. She likes that
She's
one.
read 50 of them. And
She's also a fanfic girly.
yeah, and I feel like if I read it, I'm just going to go down this deep, dark hole again.
That's where they are currently.
I am easily influenced.
Fanfiction is a pit. Don't
do
it.
I recently found out that on your fanfiction website, what's it called?
AO3.
AO3, you can download your favorite fanfics and put them on your Kindle as EPUBs.
Don't tell me that.
You're welcome! They don't count to your Bookopoly, but sure is fun.
Yeah. So if you read one for Bookopoly, sorry about your luck, Charles. You
I
can't use
haven't
it.
been. Don't worry. Establish that rule early on.
Brittany's just been cheating the whole time, not telling anybody.
Well,
She's just like flown under the radar.
we're not keeping track.
Nobody expected it.
To be fair, it'd be really hard for like to track that because
It would.
it goes by like words, not pages.
Oh. I wonder how many words. Well, that's okay. See, this is where we get to splitting hairs.
I'd have to like copy and paste the entire thing into Word to see how many pages it ends up being.
Yeah, but there's some books that the font is really tiny, and there's some books that the font's really big, so it affects your page count.
Yeah.
So you could go get a large print. Oh,
Like on
a
Hoopla.
large print. Oh, I might cheat. I might cheat big
No,
time.
because you
ladies
have to
and
go.
gentlemen.
You have to go with the page count on Goodreads.
We own it. The page count on Goodreads. There's large print editions on Goodreads too, and they got page count. So ha ha ha.
I feel like we'd already established it needed to be like the original.
Yeah,
Like
Bethann.
the original
No,
printing.
we didn't.
Okay, so Bethann's been trying to cheat lately. So this is what I had to read a book a couple weeks ago that was supposed to be over like 500 pages. And my book was like 800, and Bethann was like,
Just stop at
stop
500."
at 500. I'm like, that's not how this works.
It
She's
should
like,
be,
you can't
honestly.
do that. But why
Like,
not?
you gotta finish the book, but that's a DNF.
How's that a DNF? You met the page count.
Because you did not finish.
I mean, it's
Listen,
true.
it just, what is that called? A caveat?
A caviar.
A caveat. What's my prompt? I just read a magazine, Kokomo-Howard magazine.
You don't have a problem because you got kicked out for cheating.
I'm so behind. I'm not even breaking 2,000 points yet, guys.
Not yet.
No. Because I landed on Friends of the Library and I had to donate 20% of my points, and that was 406 points.
And that's
So
what
it
really
me
took you
right
back.
back to. It humbled me, all right. Humbled me. So now I'm struggling to get back. I rolled doubles on magazine, and I thought it was 60 points to read a magazine. It's only 25.
Yeah.
We
Womp
suck,
womp.
Samantha. We suck.
Womp. Womp.
I think that Candace, what did she just get done reading? I know she read The Black Girl Survives in this one as a horror anthology, which is a really good one you should pick up. What else? Another Kind is a graphic novel that Kaylee read and recommended, which I'm also reading, and hopefully that will be
That's the one
part of
about all the
my-
crazy kids, right?
Yeah, they're all like,
Monsters?
yeah,
Are they
like the Loch
monsters?
Ness Monster,
Aw.
Yeti, stuff like that, but they're called irregularities, and they're being
It's-
chased by this guy who collects them.
Ooh.
It's giving
Yeah, it's
children
crazy.
Monster High.
It's supposed to be a juvenile fiction, but it's very much more adult than I would. I wouldn't recommend it to kids, but I would recommend it to adults and teens.
Unless you want to be scared, then I guess go ahead.
It's not as scary as it sounds. It's actually, and I love the art style. It's really good. So you should try that out too.
Another Kind.
Another Kind, yeah. So I have to find a debut novel, or not a debut. What's my prompt? Oh, read a book.
Read a book published in the past 5 years.
Yeah,
That would be easy.
that's an easy
And it's
one.
your second time landing on this
Yeah,
one?
it's my second time, so I get 560.
560 because you.
Yeah, I'm excited. I hope that Another Kind is published in the last 5 years. Because I'm going to count that.
Google it. Another Kind.
Get on the googs.
Hang on, we gotta do fact check. Another Kind book.
Do you remember back in the day when everybody was like, I don't think you're right, and you'd get in these, like, fact wars, and then they'd be like, Google it. I do that to
It
my
was
husband all the
published in 2021, so you can read it.
time.
I never got into those debates because I just did not care.
Oh. I think I care too much. I really
That's
like
fair.
being right, though.
I also enjoy being
Not as...
right.
I feel like
just
if
something
I
that's
just
so nice about it.
I feel like sometimes like Nolan will say some like whack fact and I'll be like that's
that can't
completely false.
You do the same thing
And
sometimes.
then
though.
I'll be like,
You'll
Google.
say something off the wall. We're like, no.
What? Like meese? Mice? It's meese?
Listen,
No.
it's Meese now,
It's
okay?
not meese. It's meese for moose. What?
One single mousin.
Such a mousin. Such a majestic
Majestic?
moose. Whoa. Brain.
Yeah.
Brain's braining.
The brain is braining.
Majestic. What else are we reading right now?
I want to read.
I'm attempting to read Library of Shadows.
Library of Shadows. Who's that by?
I don't remember.
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
think I've heard
I've
of
got
that
a
one.
trash memory. Hold on.
Same. Samantha's really good about remembering authors. She's just like, I don't even remember the title, but I read it and I liked it. And I'm like, how do you like it if you don't even remember what the book is called?
Rachel Moore, Library
Rachel
of
Moore.
Shadows.
Pick it up, guys. That's not my name.
am reading for this prompt, That's Not My Name, by Megan Lally.
Is that a thriller?
It's a YA thriller horror.
Nice.
And then I really want to read, which I hope that we have and that I can read, Unwanted by Mia Sheridan. I think it's like I don't know. I know there's romance, but I think it's like, maybe it's a thriller. Maybe I'm lying. Let's see here.
I mean,
I think it's like Mountain Man romance, to be honest. Romantic suspense thriller.
Romance thriller?
Yeah.
How does that...
It
Okay,
just
I
happened.
feel like you're surprised, as though that's not always what she wants to read.
Facts.
She wants to read people falling in love and also being in danger, and sometimes being in danger from the one they fall in love with.
Sometimes that's what happens.
It's got to be its own subgenre. So romance thriller is a...
romance.
A romance. Oh my god.
That's what
Okay.
Bethann does whenever she reads a romance. She
Or if it's a
throws up.
horror romance, it's a horror-mance.
A horror
Take it
romance
back.
or a
Take it back. Aurora sounds better.
Scooby-Doo over here.
I think horror is more
Maggie, we're
accurate
reading
though.
Aurora.
Okay, wait. I have another book checked out. What is it? Hang on. I know I just found another book too yesterday. Oh, it's called, I don't know if we have this one, but you better bet I'm going to request for purchase here.
Boy, howdy, that's a long title.
It is called, that was it. It's called On Wings of Blood by Briar Bolin.
What a name.
And it's book 1 of the Blood Wing Academy. What a tongue twister.
That definitely sounds like something you would read.
Let me
Yeah,
just
it
tell you
does.
what this is about. On Wings of Blood. I feel like it's about dragons.
Shocker.
Like a dragon romance. It's giving dragon romance.
Is it giving
okay.
shifter romance? Are you going to be disappointed?
If it is, I will DNF immediately. Okay, it's a dark academia fantasy romance with dragons and vampires. Okay. It gets
Literally everything's
4.3 on Goodreads.
I feel like it's definitely going to be a shifter thing.
Okay.
It's gotta be, yeah.
It says, I'm already in.
Shifters.
I'm already in. This is the little snippet.
Oh,
What do
no.
you get if you mix Harry Potter with Fourth Wing, Zodiac Academy, and a dash of Arthurian legend and lots of vampires? Blood
Okay,
Wing.
wait, pause.
That's Samantha.
You love Arthurian legends?
I do now. Is that King Arthur? Are they gonna pull swords?
Oh my god, stop!
Wait, what's
Stop right
an
now.
Arthurian?
Okay,
But
wait,
wait.
we're done. Cut
picturing-
the tape.
King Arthur pulling a sword out of a rock. Is that wrong?
Keep reading.
Okay.
We're
Listen.
not having this conversation.
Okay, let me get my reading voice on. I didn't sign up for this. A half fae in a school of high blood vampires? That's a recipe for torment. I'm Medra Pendragon.
What's her name?
Medra,
Spell it.
Medra.
Oh, looks like
Medra.
Medra.
Last of the dragon riders, or so they tell me. Womp womp. Funny thing is, there are no dragons left. Not a single one. But somehow, that hasn't stopped the vampires from deciding I'm worth capturing. Now I'm stuck at Bloodwing Academy,
Yeah, like-
where the high bloods run everything, and Blightborn like me, we're just blood in their veins, pawns in their games. Whoa, rhymes, okay. But that's not even the worst part.
That's part of our line.
Enter
It was.
Blake Dracaro.
Oh,
Dracaro.
God.
Cold, arrogant, obviously,
What a
and way
brony.
too generous for his own good. He's been
Way too
tormenting me since the moment we met, and now, thanks to some ancient ritual, we're betrothed.
Oh my god.
Yeah! He acts like he owns me, but I'm not going down without a fight. Bloodwing isn't just a school, it's a battlefield. High bloods fight for power, and if you're weak, you're dead. Between deadly competitions, lies that could get me executed, and a dragon-shaped secret looming over my head. All I have to do is survive.
Okay.
Easy, right? Except I'm starting to think the real danger isn't at the academy. It's what I'm becoming in this twisted game of power. And Blake, he might just be the one who pushes me over the edge. They think they can control me. They think they can use me, but they have no idea what they've awakened.
So it's this weird, strong female lead that I can't stand with a weird name. A bro that she's suddenly awkwardly, oops, we're married.
A cutesy bro.
That she hates and then falls in love with, and then
Yeah.
she's obviously the dragon.
Enemies to lovers.
She's obviously the dragon.
Okay,
She's
yeah,
the
she's-
shifter.
She's probably the dragon.
And
But
they
that's
fall
like-
in love, and then they realize that there's some underground, like, situation that's rising up against everybody, and then they've got to team up because the vampires aren't that bad. And I love
Except maybe
him,
they
Mom.
actually are.
And, like, you can't tell me that I can't love him, even though he was mean to me for the whole 50% of the book.
Happens sometimes.
You know, he bullied me, he punched
Mom
me.
is probably dead. Let's be real.
Yeah, mom's
Oh,
probably
yeah,
dead.
Mom's probably dead. Blake is wealthy with a mean dad
There's probably going to be
and
some,
a
like,
distant mother.
found family in there, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
perfect
And he's got
for
some-
Samantha, absolutely terrible for Bethann.
A nightmare for me. Yeah.
That's what I'm going to be reading, and that's what
Sure.
I'll be requesting for our library, our bibliothèque.
Dude,
Okay.
Biblioteca?
I don't want it.
Well, that's fine, because you don't have to read it.
Perfect.
Unless you get stuck on romantasy again, and then
Yeah.
Samantha should be like, "Read it."
Oh, speaking of, I got stuck on romantasy. And so I tried to read Tomb of the Sun King, but it was like 500 pages. And let's be real, guys. I love Tomb of the Sun King. It's really good. I'm 10% through. I would highly recommend it. Jacqueline Benson. If you like The Mummy, you're going to like this. And it's not that I didn't like it. It's just that, you know, I'm slow, okay? And I don't really want to read a romantasy. So instead, I nosed around on Libby and decided to read That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Human. And it just sounds exactly as it sounds. And it was horrible. It was funny. Okay, it was funny. She wasn't so bad as a female lead. He was kind of an idiot. But, so I gave it a 3 because I laughed.
She laughed, so she gave it a 3. I just want to get a buddy read, because I know Trisha is not going to say no, because she doesn't want to lose points. And I'm going to make
You're
her
a
read
saboteur.
a romantasy. Listen,
And when you both finish it, she gets those points too.
that's okay. I just want to see how long it takes
Just
her.
don't roll doubles.
Well, would she also get the doubles?
Yes.
We got to change that.
Be wise about
May.
your decision.
Once May comes around, that's changing.
It's gonna be May.
Listen, I pulled ahead of Trisha, and I got to stay ahead. And I might have to sabotage her a little bit.
Do it. Fight,
Listen,
fight,
we can only play nice to a certain point, and then it's
Game on.
game on.
Even though
The
I'm so far
swords
behind,
come
I
out.
could never catch up.
The fists come out.
But it's, you know,
I feel like the rest of us are just watching Samantha
claw
Trisha,
her way to
and
the top.
Kaylee just
Fight for first. Yeah. I'm
I
not
think
mad
we're
about
pretty
that.
far ahead of Kaylee right
Are you
now.
guys-
She's 3,000 or 4,000.
Okay,
I'm
I guess
almost
I like-
7.
Yeah.
y'all are monsters.
You are. Yeah.
Kaylee's gonna listen to this and be like, not anymore.
Come
She's
on,
gonna
Kaylee.
read like 15 books in one day.
Surprise him. Pull out in first.
Throw
I'm just
throw
gonna-
Kaylee in jail.
I was visiting jail.
You must read 50 magazines. That's what we should
That's what
do.
Candace is doing right now. She's reading People magazine.
When
or
we change it up,
In Touch.
jail should be magazines, but you have to roll a number, and that's how many magazines you have to read.
No!
That's just rude.
Oh my gosh, I will
You
literally
gotta,
beat my
like,
head against the wall.
Why
gotta
are you
make-
punishing the people that are visiting jail,
Yes.
not the people that have gone to jail?
We're not waiting to see the people in jail.
No, that's if you go to jail.
You go to jail, read 50 magazines.
I
for
think what we
nothing.
have for jail for the refresh in June is worse than that.
What do we have?
A lot. And I
Whisper.
can't say it on here
Tell it to
because
me in
everybody's
sign
going to
language.
know. You don't know sign language.
Decipher.
So you guys have to get on and you have to do these prompts. So you guys have to read a romantasy. You guys write them on a piece of paper, put them in a little hat, shake it up. Read a debut novel. Read a book that was published in the last 3 years, or
5
excuse me,
years.
5 years. I don't know what's happening.
Read a book over 400, 500 pages, whatever it was.
Ooh. I mean, if you want. And we gave you all kinds of titles, too. So there's all kinds of stuff to add to your TBR for the summer. Romanticides that make you want to vomit. Some other stuff that's
Thrillers
not
that
so
also
bad.
make you want to vomit, but in a good way.
In a good way, you know. Just all kinds of stuff, guys. We're just, you know, swinging facts here.
I'm still staring at this moose.
Something I highly recommend, especially if you find yourself like having trouble getting into a book, read anthologies. Like short story anthologies especially, because they go through really quick.
Yep. And then you can kind of skip around and then like pick the ones that you really, really resonate. What? Words. Resonate with. You guys, we had fun
I
for
wish I
lunch.
could read anthologies, but I can't because then I'm like, it ended. Now what?
You go to the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then if you like that author or the author that wrote that story, you can go to that author's page and find different books and things like that. That's a great recommendation.
Like, I like the scary stories we tell in the dark. But that's about as deep as
Oh
I'll
my
go.
gosh, the OG anthology.
I think the last anthology I read, I recommended for Howard County Reads. So I was like, wow, this is really good.
Well, what was it?
All the Love Under the Vast Sky or something
Oh,
like
yeah, I remember
Yeah, I
that.
remember that.
that. But it's a novel in verse.
Oh.
And it's a collection of like short stories told in verse. And it's about like all the different kinds of love that you can experience as a person.
Huh.
Like I think it opens up with like a very toxic relationship between a mother and a child. And kind of like how they deal with that. And then it goes through like heterosexual relationships, queer romantic relationships, aromantic relationships where it's not like a romance, but it's still love for another person.
Yeah.
The love that you can feel for your pets. Like,
Oh,
it's a good,
my babies.
it's a good collection.
The best kind of love.
Yeah.
Lance, I miss you, Lance. If I could baby strap him to my chest at work, I would do it. He's such a good cat.
If I could ban my cats from the house, I would do that.
Stop.
Listen,
So-
they're just the worst sometimes.
Truly opposite sides of the coin.
Is that one nonfiction?
No, it's considered
Just regular
just
fic?
regular fiction because it's like they're told in verse, but they're short stories.
Okay. That's a good one. And then another good one if you want like a horror anthology, that's it's indigenous, but it's Never Whistle at Night, and it's a compilation of indigenous folklore where you aren't supposed to go out at night and whistle, like skinwalkers and stuff like that. It's really good. I really like it. And then another one is The Black Girl Survives in this one. That's also another anthology of short stories written for black women in horror. So, yeah, anthologies are a good option for you if you want to try to find a new author, just get a little taste of what they like. I know that, is it Angelina Basterica, who
yes.
Tender of the
Angelina
Flesh.
Basterica.
She wrote a horror anthology, 9 Blackbirds and
And to something.
oh, darn it. It's another horror anthology that's really, really good. She's pretty fantastic. And it's a bunch of different short stories from the woman's perspective in horror. And she is Spanish. Or, yeah, well, how do I say that? Latina. Latina is the correct terminology, excuse me.
19 Claws and a Blackbird.
19 Claws and a Blackbird, that.
Augustina Basterica.
Augustina Basterica. See, listen.
Author of Tender as the Flesh.
Yes, which is a
Which is also
fantastic
good.
read. So,
If you want to be uncomfy.
oh yeah, so good. But these short stories are seriously uncomfortable as well. So, I would recommend, even though all the things that I just recommended are horror, but there's all kinds of stuff like that here, so you can find. So yeah, you're
Come to
welcome.
the library. Check out all the books that we suggested to you. Give us suggestions. Request books that we can purchase.
Yeah, we're always in need of some new things.
Yep. And then join us for our next episode of Bookopoly Update.
Yeah, you never know who you're going to get next. Brittany, thank you for being with us.
Yeah, no problem.
Yes.
Also, I don't think either of you actually introduced yourselves.
Brittany's here.
Oh, Brittany. Yeah,
And Bethann.
Brittany's here.
I'm Bethann.
Samantha.
And Samantha's that one. Well,
Surprise.
hello.
It was a mystery. This was our Bookopoly mystery podcast.
you should know us by now, right?
Yeah. It's fine.
That's an assumption. You shouldn't. Thank you for listening.
Goodbye now.
Goodbye. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.